The DCEU has come and gone. We all still are collectively mourning. And you know who else is? The director of The Flash. A film that came out in 2023 is still being talked about today because there's so much salt in the wound still. There's so much pain and anguish from the massive flop that film was. But who's really to blame is the question the director knows the answer to, and I'm about to give you right after this bumper. Let's begin. The answer is the audience. That's who's to blame. Listen, serious note, I actually enjoyed The Flash. I know, I'm an idiot. I'm a failure as a critic, but I found it to be a fun, colorful, bombastic experience for a couple hours. Is it dumb? Absolutely. Does it have horrible CG at times? Oh, you better believe it, Buster. But something about a bunch of fugly-looking CG babies flying out of a building while the Flash is in slow motion grabbing them and putting them into a microwave for safety purposes really speaks to me. Before I dive into the details, if you wouldn't mind super speed smashing that subscribe, I would appreciate it. Just go fast and touch that thing however you want to. I would really enjoy it, and I think you will too. Let's continue. Director Andy Muschietti, probably not how you say that name, but let's press forward. He has some theories as to why The Flash did not work. Now, this is the same guy that said after the movie came out and people got to experience, the reason why some of it looks unfinished is because that's the state of things as The Flash is going through time. That's why the ground and the spaceships and the Flash look really fake. It's an artistic interpretation. Bullshit. Sorry, I had something in my throat. For those of you that are too young to remember, because it's been 2 whole years, The Flash bombed at the box office. It made a pull of around $271 million off of a $200 million budget. Now, some might be doing the math quickly in their heads. 2 carried the 7, the 1. Wait, that it made money off a $200 million budget, Adam. I'm not a mathematician. Well, yeah, for some reason, they don't add the double budget thing where you have to account for the marketing. The theaters take paying guys on the side of the road to spin a sign that says, "Go see The Flash." You wouldn't believe what these guys are making per hour. So what all my birds tell me that are in the inside of the industry, whispering sweet nothings into my ear, is, "Sir," the birds respect me and they call me sir, "Sir, it should sound more like a bird. Squawk! The Flash needs to pull in at least 500 mil to be profitable. Squawk! Caw-caw! Caw-caw!" And then it takes off so that it can find out more information to bring back. Adam has many spies, is what I'm getting at. So this did not come close to even breaking even Stevens, Shia. The director will also say that the movie failed because it did not appeal to all 4 quadrants. This is a quad of rents. That means superhero fatigue. That means Ezra Miller controversy. America's sweetheart, Ezra Miller, got in a little bit of trouble in 2023. I don't know where things shake out today, but our Flash didn't go fast enough to evade the law or something. Listen, I don't really look at any of this crap with actors. I just want to watch a movie and be entertained. Everything that happens behind the scenes happens behind the scenes for me. Keep it at the door, all right? Don't bring it into my house. The big takeaway that Andy got from all of this, though, is that after having a couple of conversations with folks, he has determined in his infinite wisdom that the reason The Flash actually failed at the box office was because Barry Allen, aka The Flash, not that popular of a character. That was his assessment. Barry Allen, never heard of him. The Flash, I don't know who that is. I mean, Marvel had the advantage of doing a bunch of popular characters everybody's heard of, like the Guardians of the Galaxy. Before that movie was a hit, everybody knew who the Guardians of the Galaxy were. Kids had Groot lunchboxes, Rocket Raccoon stuffed animals. You couldn't go a day without hearing about the Guardians of the Galaxy. But the Flash, that just goes right over Grandpa's head. He doesn't know who that is. And that's a problem when you're making a big tentpole film. You know what else is a problem, Andy? When your movie follows up 2 financial disasters with Shazam 2 and Black Adam. Those movies did not do well, and the DCEU was already announced to be closing up shop. So people knew, they caught wind of it. Why would I go see The Flash when they're not even caring enough to continue their universe? That's telling audiences that this probably isn't going to be that great of a movie. They're just kind of getting it out the door so they can move on. And so in a sense, Andy's right. The quadrants were not working out. He's just wrong about what quadrants there really are. The financial thing for sure. $200 million, that's a lot of money. And there was a lot of reshoots and a lot of mishaps going on with that film that they had to iron out the details on. I think, I'm a stickler. Length of the movie was also a problem. This movie was over 2 hours long. I do think runtime matters for people, especially when it's a superhero movie that they might not be entirely on board with. But if you keep it a little shorter, a little bit more easy to digest, an hour and 40 minutes, that's a solid number. Get that out there. I think you could see a better return on investment. The truth is, everything was basically stacked against The Flash. Tossing in a Batman cameo from Michael Keaton, tossing in a random Supergirl cameo, it's just not enough. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, the table was set for this one. And I think word of mouth wasn't even the problem here. People genuinely enjoyed it. It is fresh on Rotten Tomatoes by both critics and fans. So that wasn't even it. It just truly was the worst time to release this movie. And I think that kind of harkens back to the whole fucking hack job the DCEU was out of the gates. Man of Steel, fine. I'll give it that pass. But then after that, to go into BVS was such a foolish choice. I get it. You want to have your Avengers right away. So get the Justice League out there. Knock out a bunch of introductions quickly. But that doesn't work well. You should have built it up. You should have released a Flash movie right after Superman or after Wonder Woman or after Aquaman. Just something to lead into the ensemble picture instead of putting it so late in the game after all this bad will has been thrown out into the public. And that, Sir Andy, is why Flash failed. All right, let me know your thoughts. Are you agreeing with him? Or are you more on my side where it was a lot of different elements, none of them including the Flash being popular or not? The dude's been in several different TV shows, one of which that went like a ton of seasons and had a bunch of fan support. He's been in animated shows. He has a comic book series, video games. Like, this guy is not an unknown character. It's ridiculous. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. Please like the video and subscribe if you haven't. I post new content almost daily on the channel. Would love to have you stick around. All right, take care. Thanks again for watching the video. If you wouldn't mind, I would appreciate it if you checked out patreon.com/AdamDoesMovies. That's where fans of my channel go to help support it. There are different tiers with different offerings, exclusives every month. We got multiple movie reviews. There's a vlog monthly, and these fine people get a shout out because they're at the upper tier level. Look at these gorgeous folks. They have really gone above and beyond to help support me in the channel, and I appreciate them. And even if you don't want to plop down $1 a month, you can just sign up for Patreon for free and become a member at no charge, just to see what's showing up at least and give you a better sense of it all. Appreciate your time. Thanks.